FanZone edition number 9. How's it going today, Coach?
It's an interesting song you chose to open up with. Any
Why
particular
can't we be
reason
friends?
why?
I love the band War. Who doesn't?
Okay.
They're incredible. One of the greatest bands ever.
Well, it's funny. I was watching sports yesterday, and it's amazing how sports can bring
What
out
a weekend.
the fanatic and fans.
Yeah.
You watch the end of that Alabama game.
Tennessee.
You would have thought a government had just been overthrown.
Oh,
the way the
did you see
fans
the
are
field?
rushing the field, fireworks everywhere.
It was insane.
Utah game, the Seattle game, your Dodgers.
Oh, don't bring that up, please.
And then, the fans just get so fired up. And
We're not talking about the Dodgers, okay?
I mean, you're
Let's
getting
just,
blown
make
up
that clear right now.
on your text messages, just
we're
getting
not-
mocked. And, sports, isn't it funny how sports can just bring out a side of people that you never knew existed?
Yeah, I think you're making a reference to a certain...
Well, carries over into high school. I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it. I'm on Twitter last night, and I'm not a big social media guy. And guys we know are just going off on one another, and I'm just laughing hysterically because we know them all. They're good guys. I think the parents take it harder than the kids.
Yeah.
I feel like the kids are kind of over it and moved on. But some people, man, they just can't let it go, and it just
it's kind of
keep
like,
one-upping.
it's like, Ohio State and Michigan in college, and you see like a lot of times the players are actually friends after the game. It's like, it's more the fans that are the fanatical ones, like you said.
It's short for fanatic.
Yeah, exactly.
When this is all said and done, we get to get all those people from that crew and have one big round table and just have a good time and really go after one another. Because that's been entertaining to say the least.
It just, I think, we've said it all season long. The Sunset League is the best high school league in America. I'd like to add to that, though, not only the best players and the best teams, the best fans. I mean,
certainly passionate. I'll give them that.
After the Los Al Edison game on Thursday night, we talked with Mr. Nelson again, Malakai's dad, and the Lemon family. Wonderful people. Met Lemon's grandparents.
Yeah.
Makai's grandparents. Wonderful people. Talked with his dad and mom again, and his entire family. We met Shin Brennan's mom.
Yep.
Wonderful time. Just, I mean, not only the best fans, just great, nice people.
Yeah.
To hang out and talk with.
But sometimes their passions and emotions can get the best of them. But let's get into this. Let's do some comments.
Okay.
What do we got?
Look, our old friend Tommy Tarr says, love seeing the young Tars get the bell back, boys. Obviously, big game this week for the Sailors. Battle of the Bay, so they're going to try to take that bell back from the Sea Kings. We'll see how they do.
They got a shot. They got a darn good shot. We'll talk about that in the prediction portion. From Green Boxes, love the ring, Tarball. So
that ring was awesome.
He's referring to the CIF championship ring. So
yeah.
CDM and Newport Harbor won CIF in the last couple of years, and they both have amazing rings. The CDM one I saw online, I never realized how big that thing is. It's bigger than a brooch. I don't know how the two outside fingers don't get worn down wearing that thing. It's a beautiful ring, but it is huge.
It's impressive.
Whereas the Newport Harbor ring is a little more toned down, still a beautiful ring. It's a good-looking ring, but...
both well-designed.
I'll tell you what, go Google the Green Bay Packers' first Super Bowl ring. It's smaller than a class ring.
Yeah.
Versus the CIF rings that high school kids are getting now. It's night and day. Those things have evolved through the years to the point where it's unbelievable. So anyway, Green Boxes, it was a nice ring.
Hey, Mason Fu said, I love Taboo. That was fun to watch. You guys tied. Kevin said bank when the word was piggy bank. Cash money should have buzzed him. Just saying. You're right. I went back and I watched that, Mason. You're right. I said I did say bank. Like I said, I think you put money in the bank or something. Yeah.
So, well, it's like holding in football. If the ref doesn't call it, I guess it didn't happen. And that was his job to watch you, and he missed it. So we got lucky.
You're right,
we won
Mason.
that by one. So
good call there.
All right, what do we got? Bryce T. Sawyer. All I want for Christmas, my birthday, my wife's birthday, is for us to win the Battle of the Bay.
Well, Bryce,
a shot.
that game's. I don't. We'll get into our predictions later, but I don't think
this is the best team Harbor's had in a while.
One. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think either team could win that game. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So Jaden Sy says, how does the Sunset League look as far as their teams making the playoffs at this point? Well, you win and you're in, basically.
Here's the deal.
I mean,
based on the number of teams in your league will determine how many automatically qualify. So the Sunset League is a 6-team league, which means the top 3 get in no matter what.
Right.
After that, they look at your record. So Huntington Beach got that 5th win. That was huge.
So
then they take all the 5 and 5s.
Newport Harbor got the 5 this week as well.
That's the magic number. And so the only person right now outside looking in is Fountain Valley. Mm-hmm. Now you can get in at 4 and 6 if that's how they finish. They got to beat Los Al or Edison. it's tricky because you got to fill in all the other spots. Now, their strength of schedule will help them.
Depends what spots are available in different divisions as well.
Right.
Like
so,
a testament to that would be Newport Harbor last year.
Exactly. So 5 of the 6 are almost certainly in. My preseason prediction of all 6 making it is still alive.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's up in the air. But 5 of 6 are almost likely going to get in. Mason Fu, could 2 or more teams from the same league be in the same division as CIF? Yes. And it's looking like it could easily be Los Alamitos and Edison.
So they basically flip-flopped. Cal Preps before the Edison at Los Al game on Cal Preps, Los Al was 8 and Edison was 6, and now as of today, Edison is now 8, Los Al is 6, which would both qualify them for the open division.
And that would be the biggest ripoff ever. I'm sorry. I mean, the one consolation of not winning that Los Al Edison matchup was that you wouldn't have to go open. And the fact that the second place team would have to go open, I have issues with that. And
if the playoffs started today, Edison would be playing Mater Dei, Los Alamitos would be playing Corona Centennial.
Yeah, and you're talking about the 2 best teams in the county. You want to throw Mission and Viejo in there, that's fine.
Mission right now is 5th. They'd be playing Long Beach Poly.
Okay, Edison and Los Al deserve the opportunity to play for a CIF championship.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but having to play a Mater Dei, which is nothing more than an all-star team, or St. John Bosco, and I'm not hating on the schools. It is what it is. But, I mean, didn't their quarterback drive from Pasadena every day, and then 2 years later he's won the Heisman Trophy for Alabama?
Correct.
I mean, come on. You're going to put teams like that with All-Americans all across the board against public schools? CIF needs to fix that. And we're going to get that in a second. But to answer your question, Mason, 2 teams from the same league could get into that open division, which I would hate to see.
So Bryce T. Sawyer said, speaking of which, I'm not happy with CIF. Every team should want to win, and unfortunately with the 2 juggernauts in the Trinity League, you should almost want to lose just to get to Division II to have a chance to win a ring. Congrats to the winner of our great Sunset League. You now get to play the best team in America. Bryce is right.
He's spot on.
He's right.
I don't really know how much more I can add to that. I'll just say this. The way I understand it is CIF gets their directive from the school principals and administrators. And as long as this is allowed to happen, it will continue to happen. So as parents, you need to pressure the principals, to pressure CIF. Trinity League needs to have their own division. Just go straight to state. You can play the Ringers down in San Diego. You can play De La Salle, have your own tournament.
You got a lot of schools in LA that, you got Loyola, you got Crespi, you got Chaminade.
Whatever. But
Bishop
just get
Amat.
these public schools out of the non-public division because they have such an inherent advantage. You're not, there's a reason why I don't watch the NFL Pro Bowl or the NBA All-Star Game. I just don't care. I want to see real teams play one another and have a shot. So you're right, Bryce. They got to fix that.
Bryce,
and it's fixable.
Right. Spot on.
But until somebody lets CF know and makes a big enough stink, it's going to continue to happen. And they love it because it's a moneymaker for them. So they don't, honor, integrity, and what's the other big buzzword? If those things are important to CIF, then why don't you implement them and do the right thing? Hey. Okay. Is this where we on? Brennan?
No, Kent Backel had something to say. Basically, parents of that core group of Nelson, Porch, Lemon, and Brennan have been friends going back to youth football days. Such a great group of people. Really been blessed to get to know them these past years at Los Al. Exactly like I was saying a couple minutes ago. Just the Los Al fans are just awesome, and they're great to talk to.
But have we met any fans that aren't amazing? Man, the
no,
the
whole all
the coach has been great to us. I mean,
they're all wonderful people.
It really has been a blast.
Like
for
I
us
said,
to go to these games.
Best players in the in the country, best league in the country, best fans and families in the country too.
It all seems to go hand in hand. Let's say Jaden Sy. 5 of the 6 Sunset League teams are in Friars top 25. They were last week.
Yes.
Best public school league there is.
Absolutely.
Not going to get an argument from me.
Nope. Jaden, you are correct. You are correct.
My man, my fashion coordinator, Brendan Brennan. And now he's talking about my shirt that I wore last week. I could find a picture. I didn't load it. But the outer shirt is fine this week. Short sleeves, Aloha style with a NorCal Paul Bunyan grunge feel. But the matching purple shirt underneath, guys, you got to follow the rules. Short sleeve, Aloha, 1 button down, 2 buttons down. Don't wear that anywhere but Miami. Now, Brendan.
Mr. Brendan.
One of my all-time favorite movies is The Birdcage with Robin Williams. I happened to be watching that movie the night before, and maybe subconsciously that inspired my purple on purple ensemble.
Sure. I was thinking you're going Barney the dinosaur, but
well, that was my second choice. But here's the thing: this is the fan zone, and you guys guide us. So you ask for it, you'll get it. No more purple on purple. Please critique this week. I'm just going with the casual jeans, the Sunset Fan rewind hat.
And we hope Mr. Brennan's having a great business trip. He was out of town the other night.
That's right. Me and his son Shin got a little side thing going, and I'm not going to reveal what it is just yet, but I will have my revenge. Mark my words. All right, what do we got? Coach's comments. All right, this is for all the kids. You know, we talk about you guys and the opportunity to get a scholarship, and there was a coach on Twitter who posted something. I want to read this to you. This is from David Clanny, the wide receiver coach at Stetson. High school athletes, I don't understand how you want to be recruited, but you don't have your huddle account in your Twitter profile. Here's from another college coach. Please don't make the mistake of taking plays off, being flat out lazy on film. Definitely a part of the evaluation process. Your effort can most definitely be used to your advantage or disadvantage. Every clip gets watched no matter what you put together on that highlight film.
Good to know. Things. That's great information.
We can all make a highlight film of our good plays. But if I'm a coach and I'm actually going to pay for your college, I'm watching every play. So the first thing is to get your name out there, get recognized. And that's all the highlight films. That's all the big plays you made, because they'll look at that. But now the next step is, okay, we know he can make plays, but what is he doing when he's not making plays? Is he jogging routes? Is he taking plays off? Is he being lazy? You got to play every play as if you're being watched, because guess what? You are being watched.
Prime example, Malachi Nelson and Makai Lemon. Just in that Edison game, running down
his
Dom
stats.
Lopez.
It's those other things he does.
After the interception, you're frustrated, but you know what? Are you going to run down and make a tackle, or are you going to pout? And those two young men showed tremendous character and athletic ability, and that's the stuff colleges are looking for. And that's why USC is fortunate and blessed to get those two.
Look, ballers ball on every play. They don't take plays off, and that's why they're going to USC.
That's exactly why, so because of that.
You can be one of those guys, so be one of those guys and play every play as if you're being watched, because you are. All right, what do we got?
Hey, Anna Aguilar. Who won the Cup Challenge? Well, we've had all 6 teams in, so we can officially announce the winners of the Cup Challenge. And
Mr. Cole, can you please pull this up? There they are.
The gentlemen from Edison, Dom Lopez and Carter Hogue, with a time of 20.60 seconds. They are the Cup stacking champions for 2022. Congratulations, gentlemen.
We got prizes waiting for you. We will take them to you at your game and deliver them. Trust me, they're going to be something you'll like.
Great job, gentlemen. And thank you to all 6 schools for participating. That was a lot of fun to see that. And everybody was really good
at it. They came in and really did well, and I thought they were going to hang on, and then
Edison snatched it away from them.
Yeah, they did a great job. Yeah. And anyway, good times. Okay, so let's get the scholarship updates. Who do you got for me first?
Scholarship updates. Kashton Henjum from Newport Harbor has been offered by Colgate.
He was just in here a couple weeks ago.
He was here last week. Yeah, good job, Cash. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, you give me the hard names. Justin Tauanuu from Huntington Beach, Colorado. Now, I want you to keep an eye, I want you to just remember Colorado for a second here as we go through these, all right? What's next?
Fernando Garcia III, our buddy from Fountain Valley, has been offered by the Lane College Dragons to play football and basketball. 2-sport offer, and you put in a note here. Fernando wears a size 18 cleat.
That is a big shoe. That's a lot of leather.
Well, yeah, I've interviewed him several times, and he's tall, very gifted and talented football and basketball player. So congratulations, Fernando. We're proud of you.
All right, how about my man from Los Al, Jerod Terry, going to possibly Colorado. I'm starting to see a theme here. Who you got?
Carson Clark of Los Alamitos, offered by Colorado, the Buffs.
The Buffs. Clearly, I don't know who's in charge of their Southern California scouting operations, but they know where to scout and they know what league to go to. And I'm telling you, if these guys all sound Colorado, look for them to start making noise.
That. I mean, I'm going to go old school here. Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator, Kansas City Chiefs, played high school football at Bishop Amat and La Puente, Colorado.
Well, if I'm a college coach, I'm definitely spending a lot of time watching Sunset League football. Okay, Rudy Montalvan, possible nephew of Ricardo Montalvan, of course, Mr. Rourke and Khan from Star Trek. Los Alamitos, Arizona Christian University. Now, do you know what city that's in?
I do not.
Glendale, Arizona.
Glendale. Oh, it's right by. So it's where the Cardinals play.
Yeah. Nice little campus. Got a big pool. Of course,
right outside Phoenix
in Arizona. Who do we got next? Oh, this is my man.
Yeah,
Myron.
We talked with his mom the other night too, and she was awesome to talk to before the game.
She's one of the team photographers.
Yeah.
Myron is a great name, by the way. But Myron Tron Baker from Los Alamitos, Colorado. Again, the Buffs.
Yep.
They get it.
Didn't his mom say he had some other ones as well?
So this dude, yeah. It was A&M, USC, and
Louisville. Yeah.
So he's got some nice decisions to make. Only a freshman.
Yeah.
But here's the great story about this guy. as an 11-year-old, he started a company called Lotta Juice. It's a clothing line company. It says on his Twitter feed, CEO of a company. And I looked it up. They got clothes. And
check out his website.
Yeah,
right?
Go to Lotta Juice. Check it out. Myron is, in addition to being a great football player, an entrepreneur. And for a freshman to have a company, I mean, that's pretty darn cool.
He's got a bright future ahead of him. He's got it all dialed in.
So congratulations to all those guys. You keep posting your scholarship offers, and we'll keep talking about it and giving you shout-outs. Okay, so last week we had a challenge. Speaking of speed and big-time players, Makai Lemon, I want you to watch the play. Just as a little reminder, we asked the fans to come up with a formula to determine how fast he was running, and I mean, his speed just speaks for itself.
Oh, my gosh.
So now, the winner respectfully asked me not to mention his name. I talked to him about it.
Smart.
The problem is,
though. We know who it is.
Great guy. He got it right.
Yeah, he did.
So Kent, I'm going to apologize right now for calling you out, but my man Kent Piquel came up with it. So I want to give him credit where credit is due. So here's how he broke it down. It was 88 yards in 8.75 seconds. All right. Which is 30.17 feet per second.
That is so fast.
So then I guess you've got to divide by 1,467.
Okay.
Which I asked why. And he said, it's the factor for converting feet per second into miles per hour. Now, do you remember taking the SAT and it got so late in the test that you couldn't even understand the question, let alone the answers?
That goes under physics, though.
Yeah, Kent lost me at his name, I guess. But anyway, long story short, when it was all done, the conversion came out to 20.57 miles per hour. He was running almost 21 miles per hour. So the math seems to check out. If Kent was wrong, please let us know. But it looks good to me. Like I said, I can't even understand the answer, let alone the question. So big shout out to Kent for figuring that one out.
Yeah, thank you, Kent.
All right, it's that time of the week.
Players of the week.
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
All right. Met this guy a couple weeks ago when we were talking with his dad, and we were also talking with Coach Lofthouse. Josiah Lamarque.
Bring him up. Look at that.
From Newport Harbor. All he did this week in the Sailors' victory over Fountain Valley, 42-15, he had 8 receptions, 159 yards, 19.875 average, and 3 touchdowns. So, Josiah, congratulations. Great job this week. You are my Sunset Rewind Player of the Week.
How about his pops, man? Talk about a character. So you know he's fired up.
He's a dude. I mean, I'll go back to that game in Hawaii. That's one of the funniest broadcasts I've ever heard. That was epic.
All right, my Player of the Week is now, listen, we try to spread the love on the show. We want to get as many guys. Oh, the boss man's here.
Hey.
Walking in
Jason.
as we are shooting live. That's right. Come on in, Mr. Boss Man. Yeah, we're live. And he went right in front of the camera. Nice job. Okay.
What's up, Jason?
So we try to spread the love as much as we can when it comes to Players of the Week, but I've got a rule. If you're going to be a stat god and go God mode, I'm just going to keep recognizing you. My Player of the Week,
you got to.
Damien Henderson, third time on the show.
Wow.
28 carries.
The Triple Crown.
258 yards, 9.2 average, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. Now, look, he's not doing this against Marina or Savannah or some, bottom feeder. He's rolling up on Edison, who was the number 4 team, and number 3 in the county, number 4 in max preps. I mean, he's running against Santa Margarita, Servite, Edison.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's just getting it done. And if he keeps putting up these numbers, I'm just going to keep picking him. It's that simple.
He's already committed to Colorado State, and with all due respect to Colorado State, I think he's trending up significantly. I think
the offers are going to keep rolling in. I mean, this guy, honestly, if I was drafting players from this league, he might be one of my top picks. I mean, obviously Lemon is just a game changer, but this guy is just phenomenal. And running backs like this don't come around that often. No. He's a little mini Dickerson. And anyway, well-deserving of that award, and that was a no-brainer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, now it's time to break some hearts. Predictions.
Well, let's start with the Bell game, a long and storied tradition here in Orange County and in Southern California. Fountain Valley and Edison battle it out for the Bell game. In fact, we have a little festival or festivities.
It's Sunday morning, 4 o'clock, Flaco Tacos in Fountain Valley. If you want to see some high school athletes battling at the dinner table, they're going to have a taco eating contest. The cheerleaders get involved. I mean, it's a big deal.
And the Bell game is awesome. That year I taught at Fountain Valley. You should see the entire campuses of both these schools. Just
Now, is that game played at Orange Coast College?
I believe so,
It has been in the past.
Yeah.
We'll get some clarification on that. But
It's a
that's
big
a game you
game,
want
yeah.
to check out.
I mean, it's a big game, and obviously it's their rivals, but they're like a great rivalry. A lot of those kids grew up together. But
All right, who do you got?
the Chargers, with all due respect to the Barons, the Chargers just got too much firepower.
Love the Barons. Love their story. Edison's getting up off the mat. They'll take care of business. I've got Edison as well. All right.
Huntington Beach at Los Alamitos.
Los Al's banged up. I think they're going to rest a lot of their big-time players.
Yeah.
The problem for Huntington Beach is their backups are pretty darn good too, and they're only freshmen, and they're good. So even when you pull your starters, Los Al's so deep, it really doesn't make much of a difference. I've got Los Al.
Yeah, I think the Griffins are going to handle business. And, it's not a rest game for them. You'd never say that, but you're right. It's definitely a game where they can get some of their other players some experience because they're going to need that headed into playoffs. I mean, injuries, if, heaven forbid anything happens like that, you want those guys to be ready to go. So, yeah,
Depth is important. Season, you consider as the season progresses, the wear and tear adds up. So,
Absolutely.
The teams with depth usually have the best shot to win it. All right.
The massive
Battle of the Bay.
Battle of the Bay.
You're going first on this one.
Newport Harbor at Corona Del Mar. So, ironically enough, share the same stadium. The Sailors have to sit on the visitor side for the Battle of the Bay.
But not much of a traveling road game.
No,
for them,
but it's
right?
going to be.
You
I
know
mean,
they're
that's
the
going to be
away
an
team.
epic crowd. That stadium is going to be packed. It's going to be sold out.
We will be there.
It's going to be an epic game. We will be there. So
Come on.
I'm going to go with the Sailors.
All right. You're taking Newport Harbor
Newport
over
Harbor.
CDM, Battle of the Bay.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. If
right.
Harbor's going to win this game, this is the year.
Right.
This is the best team they've had in a long time. As good as CDM's been, they've been dealing with some injury issues. I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game. As I break this game down in my head, you can make a lot of arguments for either team.
All right.
But I'll tell you what, until Harbor beats them, I'm going to go CDM this week.
Oh!
I'm going to go with CDM. I think they're going to find a way. I love Harbor. It breaks my heart to make this prediction.
Taryn, are you all right with that?
No, he's giving me dirty looks right now.
Taryn Rodriguez, our reporter,
Now, I don't want my
distinguished
shoulder to
alumni
get
of Newport Harbor.
too sore, pat myself on the back, but I am 9-0 this year. So my perfect record of predictions is on the line. So
Sailors, get this done, please.
Harbor, I love you,
Come on, Sailors.
but I got CDM. And that's going to wrap up another episode.
All right,
of
another great
the
episode.
FanZone.
Thanks to our wonderful production team and our reporters and everyone else who makes this podcast possible. And thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Enjoy
And all
the
you people on
games.
Twitter
God
hating,
bless.
just remember, why can't we be friends?
Why can't we be friends? All right, hold it. We're coming back. We need a third opinion. We need a tiebreaker.
Let's go, Taryn.
Taryn Rodriguez, Newport Harbor alumni, class of 2011. Settle this argument. Who is winning the Battle of the Bay, Taryn?
So basically, my little take is like this. You look at Corona Del Mar. They have a very good defense. They are practically the perfect package. Obviously, the game against Los Al didn't really do them justice. They were in that game for 3 quarters. But unfortunately, the fourth quarter, it kind of came apart. And then you look at Newport Harbor, vastly improved. They have some decent quality wins. And then their 3 losses are against J. Sarah, which they hung tough in all throughout the game. Their other losses came from league, which was against Los Al and Edison. So they have already gotten the big boys out of the way. Here's my thing for Newport Harbor. They're going to have to play some mistake-free football, and they cannot afford to squander any opportunities because that CDM defense is nothing to sneeze at. CDM, on the other hand, they have a lot of playmakers offensively. Cooper Hoke is a fantastic wide receiver. David Razor is as sharp as ever. And then Caleb
pun
Annette.
intended.
Yes. And then
Taryn, we just asked for your prediction, not a whole rundown of it. But I appreciate it.
And then Caleb Annette.
Who do you like?
No,
I'm going to go with Newport Harbor.
Hey!
I
Yes.
think this is the best year. This is probably their best chance to win, just because
Just out of curiosity,
Go
where did you go to high
Sailors.
school?
Newport
he went to
Harbor.
Newport Harbor.
So a little bias here,
He can
maybe,
be-
but
he
okay.
can be a proud alumni.
Let's go
Go Harbor. Don't
roll
get me
with
wrong.
This,
I'm
roll
not
with
hating.
this. Guys, how's the tar pit going to be?
It better be rocking. I already know the Kings crew is going to be rocking.
All right.
They're the
You know
home
what?
team this
Why don't we
year.
send Taryn to the Huntington Beach Los Al game? We'll just do Battle of the Bay.
Taryn doesn't look like he's having
He's
that.
not feeling that
No,
one. You want to
no.
beat the Battle of the Bay?
Sure, yes.
All right, we'll make it work,
All
Taryn.
right.
All right.
There you go.
All the loves, Porn Harbor's way. Best of
It's
luck
settled.
to both teams.
We'll see what happens.
CDM fans, get your pitchforks and torches ready.
Oh.
Now you can turn the show off.
Why can't we be friends?
Why can't we be friends, Twitterverse?